Mom and Dad taught us everything except to live without them. It has been 4 years since me and my 2 siblings were left as orphans, left in the care of my mother's generous elder sister Nancy. We have moved in and are now living with her and her family. It was peaceful. But it happened during one Saturday morning. I overslept, and after waking up, I found no one except Uncle John, Auntie Nancy's husband, who was on a break because he had been sick. Your aunt and the kids went to visit your grandmother. She has not been feeling well. He said, "Why didn't they inform me?" I asked. "Your little sister wanted to wake you up, but I told him to let you have your rest," he responded. "After taking your breakfast, prepare for me soup." He said that and went inside the house. Eventually, I did as he told me, and when the soup was ready, I took it to him inside. As I was about to hold the door handle, the door went wide open. "Welcome, I was waiting for you," he said. As I was placing the plate of soup on the table next to the bed, he shut and locked the door behind my back. Suddenly, I felt a strong hand wrapped around my waist. As I tried to turn to him, he pushed me on the bed, clutched me tight and wouldn't let go. "I feel you're a pretty little fresh thing, innocent and young hot blood. Give me some sexual healing, Vicky." He breathed those words into my ear. I looked at him and my eyes were flooded with tears. "Big girls don't cry," he said. His refusal to sympathize and let go of me crushed all my hopes. I surrendered and gave up every struggle. What am I supposed to do? When in reality, he knew not a thing about humanity. My virginity and dignity were tarnished at that very moment. I was disintegrated into pieces from all the pulls and pushes that left my fragile body in bruises, built in 15 years and ruined in 5 minutes. I struggled getting up from the bed. I felt nothing apart from pain. No one told me about the hurt, people hurting other people. No one told me it would hurt like this. I reached to the door and tried opening it, but failed. I just sat beside the door weeping as I watched him fall asleep. Auntie Nancy seemed to have come back earlier than expected. I heard her voice as she called out to me from the sitting room, but I was unable to respond. The very instant she opened their bedroom door, she was baffled when she saw me half naked down there and was in a state of dismay. She apparently figured out what took place. "Are you okay, Vicky?" she asked with trembling sensation in her voice. In response, I let out a loud moan of agony which woke Uncle John up. "You are a monster and a hideous being, John. I'm disgusted to call you the father of my children." Aunt was burning with uncontrollable rage as she projected those words at her husband. "You will die like a dog. You will rot behind the bars for the rest of your life." Uncle John was numb for words. He sat on the bed, overtaken with shame and guilt, buried his face in his arms, and was silent. Aunt went out and few minutes later returned with a squad of the officers of the law. He was handcuffed and arrested. The officers were glad with Auntie for breaking the silence and knowing the use of law. To prison he was taken, and on the other hand, I was rushed to the hospital. Rape is never a joke. It's something that takes over one's psychological and emotional welfare. It turns you like a ghost, and sometimes when you think you have beaten it, it haunts you in your dreams. I wish everyone knows that every girl is like a flower and not an object of fun for those who really want to satisfy their own selfish interests. She might be breathtaking or blooming, but what she wants to share with you is her choice. You can't unplug it without her consent.